Welcome to Ravenport 22, everybody. My name is Driver53, and I am very, very excited about this map right here because Ravenport for Farming Simulator 19, it was the first map that I ever played on. And Celebuki Modding has brought this map to 22. I am so excited. Now, this is like day number 2 or 1 of release, so I'm going to be changing up the map, not the map, but the equipment just a little bit because I want to go back to the original equipment that was here on this farm. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and reset the equipment that I don't want or need anymore over here to the store because I'm going to be able to get a better price for everything over there. Now, I'm not actually completely getting rid of everything. I'm going to keep some of the stuff and a lot of the other things I'm going to replace with other things. Now, I've got just a regular trailer right here. Looks like we got a nice Massey Ferguson. All right. I may keep that one around because I don't mind the red. The baler right here, we are definitely going to get rid of that. I'm going to go ahead and keep that. I'm going to go ahead and keep the weights. Sorry, John Deere. You got to go, though. And new case, you're going as well. I went ahead and brought the Massey Ferguson up here too because I realized that the harvester that I want to get is actually kind of expensive. So let's go ahead and sell off all of these items right here. You can see that I'm going to make about 114,000 just on this, and then 26,000 here, 1,000 for that thing. That was nothing. This one, though, that's pretty good money. Almost $100,000 on that one, 90,000 here, and then 85 on this one. All right, let's go get some new equipment. So the harvester that I'm looking at is actually going to be about $200,000. It is a New Holland TC59. Now that doesn't match up exactly to what I had in the original 19 version of the game, but I think it's pretty close. And the header is going to run me about $42,500 as well. And I've got to spend $4,500 on a header trailer because I am not driving this thing around without a header trailer. And from what I remember, the tractors were some 7200 Pro series right here. So I found a really cool mod where you could add a whole lot of customization to it. It's going to cost me about $104,000 if I keep the base engine in this thing. So that's what I'm going to do for tractor number 1. But we are adding a front loader attacher. Now, tractor number 2 is going to start out with a 170 horsepower engine also, but it's a different color. It's got some awesome red wheels on it. So we're going to go ahead and use this one to increase our horsepower kind of as we need it. The other one's going to stay 170. I'm going to go ahead and put case red here on this Q7M Quickie front loader attacher. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up a big bag lifter dual right here as well, because I'm probably going to need to take some fertilizer and seeds out to the fields. Now, I know that I've only got $50,000 left, but man, this equipment looks really nice. And I'm pretty sure I could probably make this money back doing some contracts. Let's go ahead and get our vehicles on their way out to the farm because that's where I need to do all of the work at to start off with. I don't have any contracts or anything like that. I'm just going to go ahead and hire a worker right here, take it back down here to the farm for me, and then we're going to be good to go. So this guy, you're going to go right there. Absolutely. Next one, I'm going to go ahead and I've got 600 liters of seeds already in the seeder. I believe that's what you start the game with. So we're going to go ahead and just back up, take this thing down there. I'm going to get everything back down to the farm, and then it will be good to go. And you notice that I went ahead and got these tractors out of the way to start with because I'm not very good with header trailers. I typically get everything that is its own trailer. So it's going to be interesting to see if I can get that thing loaded up. Oh, does this thing sound really awesome? I'm going to go ahead, like I said, and this thing on here. Now I'm hoping that I've got a hitch on this thing. It does. All right, cool. So I've got a hitch on here that I'm going to be able to actually tow this thing around because when I get back to down to the farm, it's going to be go time. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like everything's going to go this way. So, and I am not very well experienced with putting these header trailers on here. The good thing is in Farm Simulator 22, they auto lock in place. So hopefully this one does as well. If not, I'm in trouble because I tend to not take it easy as I'm driving. I'm going to go and make my way back down to the farm. And guys, this map, Celebuki has done an amazing job. I can't tell you how many times I tried to get on top of some of these buildings in 19, just kind of messing around when I first got it. I mean, I played the game for like weeks without knowing there was any mods at all, and spent a lot of time on this map right here whenever I first started playing the game. Now that was 2020 was actually April 28th, the very first day I ever played this game. The words cannot express how much this game has literally changed my life. I mean, the speed limit is 35, but this thing's only doing 18. I mean, I like this, but I got a feeling I'm going to be upgrading. Gonna go ahead and put the header trailer right here, swing around and pick this up. But before I do that, let's go ahead and unfold this thing. That way it's going to be ready to go here in the field. All right, there we go. Perfect. Now let's take it over here and get it lined up because I want to do this field right here. You know, the first field that you ever do here in Farm Sim 19 on the Ravenport map. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my straw swath as well. Go ahead and lower this thing down. Let's get going, guys. Let's get going. I have no idea what the yield is going to be like on this. Now, I do have precision farming turned on as well. So that's going to be an additional challenge that I've got here for this series that I'm doing right now. But I think we're going to be okay. I've learned quite a bit from precision farming, doing a lot of my testing actually on this map right here whenever it came out there in the end of 2020. I think it's going to be okay. I think we're going to be able to get this thing figured out. It hasn't changed a whole lot since then. Added a few extra things, not much. And, you know, I got a plan for the straw, but it cost me a little bit of money. I'm in the white case now, and man, oh man, am I excited about this. It's got its own cup, not just a cup holder. It comes with its own cup. Now, I added the table and the carpet in here, spent a little bit of money on the decorations. This is a really, really cool mod. I really, really like this thing. I mean, really good detail, and as long as I can stay on the road here, we're going to be just fine. And what I'm doing right now is I'm actually taking the baler back up to the store. I forgot to reset it a while ago and purchase another one, but we are not going to be making round bales with the straw. All right, it's about $51,000 here for this baler. So my options here are a regular Massey Ferguson baby baler for about $22,000. Or I can come all the way across over here. I do have my Vermeer DLC loaded in, but we're not doing round bales, guys. We're going to do this one right here. And the really cool thing about this is that I can kind of change up a few things on it. So I'm going to go ahead with Lizard, and I'm going to go design here. I don't think I want Heston. I mean, I want Heston 70th anniversary, I think is what I want to do. Warning equipment. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and put the triangle on there. Numbering. This is important because we might have a few of these. I'm going to go ahead and do number 1 right there. Now, the chute, what I want to do on this one is I want to do a quarter turn because it just seems really, really interesting. Now, I know this isn't much different than the base game one, but I mean, come on. Heston, 70-year anniversary. And while I'm here, I might as well go ahead and pick up a bale trailer too. Now, this is the homemade bale trailer. I think it looks really, really awesome for what we've got going here on this map. Unfortunately, I can't take both of them home with me in one trip, but I don't need both of them right now. And guys, we also made a little bit more money. I'm now up to $69,000. All right, so the worker got done with field number 1. Gonna go ahead and set him off on field number 2. Now, I am not afraid to use these workers. I actually almost kind of prefer it. That way I can kind of be a little bit more of a farm manager style. What I'm gonna do now, go ahead and grab this other one right here, and we're gonna go ahead and get the trailer hooked up to it. The first thing I've got to do is actually figure out where I'm going to store this front loader and stuff like that. So we're just, you know what? Right here looks perfectly good to me. Oh, crash counter +1. Lower this thing down. Go ahead and toggle there and boom. All right. Now what I can do is come over here and I don't need the weight. Nope. We're going to hook up to the trailer because I got a feeling I'm going to want to unload that guy before he makes his way across the road here. We have 4 fields that we're going to go ahead and take care of here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy ready to go. We're going to do it the right way. And I don't know where that worker's going. Like, they had an issue while ago too when they were coming back. He like nosed right into this trailer. You know, I forgot I had a truck. So let's go ahead and get this worker going back up here to the store as well. And then I will go ahead and pick up that bale trailer, bring it back. I think it's going to work. Now it's time for the first bales of the season. 8 miles an hour is where we're going to go. Now, these are going to be coming out, I mean, kind of fast because it's a baby baler, of course. But I don't have a ton of back here, and I needed something to pick it up. And I didn't want a forage wagon or anything like that because I don't have a hay barn yet. These things right here, I can kind of stack them kind of wherever I need to for a little bit. You know what I mean? Or I will just go ahead and I don't know, maybe throw them inside a building, or I mean, I'm gonna keep them because we do have some animals that I'm gonna have to take care of. I mean, I didn't really expect to have 84% already in this thing, but I'm glad I got that trailer over here now because I'm gonna go and empty this out before I end up doing this third field that I've got right here. So this isn't gonna work. I'm gonna have to bring a tractor up here to get this bad boy. I'm gonna go ahead and put all of this grade here in the silo as well. Now I know that I could come over here with the harvester, but I didn't really want to do that. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to go ahead and kind of do this a little bit more realistic, like the way that when I started playing the game, that's what we were doing. And why do I have the grain door? Hold on a second. Let's go ahead and let's see exactly what's going on here. I need to flip this back over. I do not want the grain door. I don't want left. Okay, back. Back's what I want. All right, perfect. There we go. Now we'll get this emptied up. Put the trailer back over here so the harvester can unload in it, and then this tractor is gonna go get that bale trailer. It is a good thing that I went ahead and unloaded that hopper a while ago because we were back up to 59% again. I was not gonna fit that entire field. I'm actually getting more off here than I originally anticipated, and that's my biggest field. So maybe we'll get through the whole thing without having to unload. While the workers making their way back with the bale trailer, I'm gonna go ahead and keep making bales here. I honestly have no idea how many I've made, but actually quite a few. I mean, we might be going on to like 100 by the time we get done with all this stuff. Now, one thing that I'm definitely looking at improving here on the farm is getting rid of some of the buildings that actually don't do anything. Right? I can't do anything with some of these buildings because I can't get into them, can't store anything in them. So we're definitely gonna get rid of a couple. I'm not sure exactly which ones it's gonna be yet, kind of depending on what I need. Kind of think I need a bale storage facility because if I'm hanging on to these things for the cows and pigs or whatever needs straw, then I'm gonna need to have some space. Not quite sure what that worker over there is doing, but I'm gonna go ahead and bale up a couple rows here while I'm waiting on them to get done because I'm gonna do all of this and then I'm gonna go ahead and just pick up all the bales all at one time. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I'm gonna do that. Yep, no idea where he's going, what he's doing. Oh, he's full. All right, let's go get the trailer. I probably should have emptied this, but I want to get this worker done so I can just go and get finished up with the baling here. So as much as I can put in here, that's what we're gonna do, and then this guy's gonna get out of the way, keep going. I'll be able to finish, and then we'll get that little strip of whatever he missed right here. Got the harvester unloading the last of the wheat there, and I'm going to go ahead and just back this up right here, and then maybe if I can get it where it needs to go, then I'm going to go ahead and start baling. Now, I said I was going to keep them all, but it kind of depends on how many we actually have, because I don't have any cows yet. Now, I did learn my lesson with Farming Simulator 19 that mods are very a good thing to have. And I'm gonna go ahead and use auto load because I don't want to have to sit here all day and hand load these things or use equipment and load them up that way. So we're just gonna go ahead and use this auto load. 112 bales. Now I know those are all baby bales at like 650 liters or something like that. Still 112. Pretty good. Now I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna put them at. Yep, that looks like a great place. And I'm thinking that building right there is probably going to be the first one to get rid of. And we're going to put bale storage there. But before that, I'm going to go and empty off all of the grain here into the silo and then see exactly how much we have. And it looks like we're probably going to have close to, what, 20,000 liters? Right at almost 19,000 liters. I decided instead of putting all these bales and building a building down there at the main farm, I'm going to take them up here where the sheep and the cows are at. We're going to get rid of one of these buildings up here and put down a new bale storage facility. I mean, I really don't need a whole lot of equipment up here right now, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this building right here for $75,000. I'm going to go ahead and sell it. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to come down here to silos. We're going to come across to some of our bale storage options. Now, I could just put them out here in the middle of the area, like no cover at all, but I don't really like that. I kind of want something a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and go with this guy right here. Now, what I want to do is go ahead and line this up really nicely So it just kind of sits here, and maybe I can add something next to it again, like, or maybe I could have two of these things if I need to have extra bales up here. So we're gonna go and line this up right here, $22,000. Boom, there we go. Now when I take this over here, we should be able to put these right into this building, and everything is gonna be absolutely perfect. So go ahead and unload the bales here, and there we go. All right, perfect. Reset. Now all of my bales are in there. It's about a third of the way full though, because that thing only holds 300. You know, since I don't really have a whole lot more to do, I mean, I could do a few contracts, but I got a better idea. I'm gonna go and start cutting down some trees. Now, what I want to do is go ahead and just come over here and kind of figure out how this is gonna work, because I don't want to go so it's like super crazy. I kind of want to stay, along this line right here. I like this little bit of a flow right here to be my natural break. What I'm gonna do is come in here, and I am actually just gonna go ahead and mark these trees right here and come back and take a look at it, and make sure that this is definitely the ones that I want to get rid of, and then I think we'll be good to go and start cutting them down. Now, I don't know if I'm going to use the chainsaw that I've got, or if I'm going to try and rent something to do it a little bit better. I mean, some of these small ones right here, I could definitely go ahead and get down myself, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to do that with all of these. I'm trying to see how many, awkward trees I have like this versus nice pines that are going to take a harvester right there. If it's quite a lot of the pines, then I'll probably rent a harvester. But if it's not a whole lot of them, then probably just gonna go ahead and do all this by hand. As much as that's not gonna be fun, I think it's gonna be probably the way that I have to go, because the farther I get over here, the more I realize that there are just a few more of these that I'd kind of like. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and take this one down, even though it's like up there, like right on the edge of the field where I want to be at. So I'm gonna go and take that one down as well. All right, so they got a plan here. What I'm going to do is go ahead and start cutting down all of these pines right here. I'm going to trim them up, make them really nice and clean. And I'm going to put them up onto the trailer. And I think I'm probably going to go get a another attachment for the other tractor that I've got. It's got the front lifter. I think I'm going to have to get like a log clamp or something like that to be able to lift those pieces up onto that trailer, take those over to the sawmill, and make some money over there. Timber. All right, that's one. Only about 14 more. I've got a cool trick that I've got here. I'm going to go ahead and get down here and get this thing cut right here. Now, you can see that I'm facing 90 degrees. That means I'm facing exactly due east. And then all I got to do is come up here and start trimming this thing. All right, get it all the way trimmed up. Oh, this is like, okay. So it's been a little bit more finicky than the other ones were, but it's still good. It's good, right? So I'm going to get this taken care of, cut off the end right here. All right, we're good. Now, when I come back up over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to face that 90 degrees again. All right, so you can see right there down in the bottom corner. Now, I'm going to come over to this thing, just barely starts to touch. All right, right there. Now, I'm going to go over 7 meters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I was doing that by looking down at the map that I've got down there. I can see my coordinates. So I'm in 1859 right now. And if I go to 1852, well, I know that that's going to be another 7 meters. And that's pretty much the end of my log right there. So I'm good. And the reason I'm doing that is because that's roughly about how long it's going to fit onto my trailer. You can see I've already got some of the other ones on here right now. They're about that long as well. Maybe 8 meters. So if I go 7, then I should not have a problem getting them fit on there. But that's the little trick that I'm using right now. That way, whenever I come back with my tool, I can just pick them up, set them up, and be good to go and not have to worry about it kind of hanging off the back or the sides or anything on that thing. So I've only got 5 trees left standing, and 2 of them are really massive oak trees right here. The other 3, I mean, they're not going to be a problem at all. Just a lot of little bitty pieces I got to cut off that isn't really going to be fun. We're going to go and load all of this little stuff up, though. And then, I don't know, I might wait until tomorrow to come back and take care of these. I'm kind of just liking the way that they are, and I might just actually work around them and not take them down. I don't know, they're kind of nice. Y'all, it got dark in a hurry here. I got all the trees cut down though. I went ahead and grabbed this trailer here because I'm gonna go ahead and just put all of the small stuff into there. That way I'm not having to worry about putting it up onto the big trailer. We're just gonna fill this thing, try and fill it at least, and then I'm gonna go take and sell this stuff, and hopefully that's gonna help pay for a new set of equipment that I need, like a claw or something like that I could get. to help load up all of these things. I mean, I may even grab a little bit different of a bag handler. I really don't think this is a great idea having all these logs in here like this, but I mean, I got to get it up here some way, and I didn't want to have to unload everything I already had on the other trailer. So yeah, we're gonna probably make like maybe $100 on this. Check out this view that the Sawmill has every single day. Got all these sticks in here. Let's go ahead and go over here and see how much we're gonna make. $342. That's a lot more than I thought. All right, to the shop. All right, so we got the new piece of equipment. It only costs $250, and yeah, it's a big bag handler. This bad boy right here is an absolute game changer, a lifesaver, if you will, whenever you're working with logs. See that there? Hey, look at that. It picks them up. Now you can go drive up right to the next one. Get centered on it as well. And then, boom, you can just pick like literally all these up. You're going to be able to pick up all at once. Do that. Yeah. It's super, super easy. And this is available for everybody. So definitely go check it out. It's the CS Pack Big Bag Handler is what it is. Well, they don't quite fit, but I think I can still squeeze it everywhere I need to go. I hope that this works out. As you can see, I tried to put a few more logs on here, and they didn't quite fit or work. So I think it's time to trade in this trailer right here. Not trade it in, but just kind of swap it over for another one. Let's go get one. And the one I've decided on is the wood trailer right here for $4,000. You can't beat this price at all. It's going to let all the pieces hang off the back, and I should be able to get most of the logs maybe on here. Wheel setup, I'm going to go with something a little bit more. I want to go lower as I can. Attacher, you know what? We'll put one in the back. That way, just in case I do need to add something else to this. Main color, I'm not worried about that. So $4,350. Yes, absolutely. So now the challenge is to go ahead and get all of these off. And what I'm going to try and do is just grab it like this and then just like slide them all off right there. That worked a lot better than I thought it was going to. All right, time to take this tractor, send it up there, and go get that other trailer. All right, this is starting to get a little bit sketchy. I went and got the weight, but as you can see, even it's not going to be enough if these things kind of get out of hand. So I've got the trailer here. What I'm going to do is just kind of line up right here on the side. Hopefully so that everything is going to go on here really nice. Now this trailer may be super, super small, and I may not be able to do what I really want to with it, but maybe just multiple trips is the way to go. I don't even think this is going to let me. I think I've got way too much. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. We go over it now. Raise up a little bit more, go forward, and let's drop it. Okay, that's most of the logs. Yeah, I think I only missed one. All right, I got a couple more loads on there, and this thing is loaded down pretty full. I have no idea actually how much this is, but I'm going to head over to the sawmill now and probably sell it there. I think it's going to be the best bet because I'm pretty sure if I sell all this wood over there, then I can actually buy it and then start producing some planks and things like that that I can use in other productions. So I think that's the way I want to go. I really want to start using the platinum DLC here a little bit. Guys, look at the rain on the road. Oh, Salabuki, you did an amazing job on this. This is really, really cool. I think I'm going to go through town with this. It's going to be a little bit easier than going up that hill right there. All right, I've got the first trailer load up here. Let's go ahead and see exactly how much money we make off this. I mean, $9,500. That's not a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, maybe I've got 4 of these things up here, like 40,000. I might have to cut down on those oak trees after all. All right, let's try and load these up a little bit differently this time so that they all just go like straight down. I mean, yeah, that worked pretty good. All right, I've got 2 more big stack piles here, and then I'm out of logs. So I'm thinking I probably ought to go ahead and cut those bad boys down. It's going to take some time. I mean, I am running 5 times speed right now. I could technically cut that down to like 3 because, I mean, I'm my own boss right now, right? So, yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Is cut the time back down to 3. All right, there we go. And I'll have a little bit more time today to be able to do that. Now, I could also get started on some contracts. I mean, if I come down here and take a look at my contracts, I don't really have some good ones. I mean, I could bail, but I don't really want to do that right now. No offense. I mean, field 9 though, isn't that a good size field? I mean, from what I remember, yeah, that's like this. That's like the standard. Like you got to do it. Ooh, 10's grass also. Is there a contract for 10 as well? Look at that, 9 and 1. If that was 9 and 10, I'd say just take them both. But with it being one small field, I mean, 12K is 12K. Yeah, I really don't want to have to do this, but I need to make some money because if I'm gonna be able to buy that production, I'm gonna need some money. I mean, it's plain and simple. I don't have enough right now, so let's just go ahead and we'll just get it done with. We'll just. Oh, this hurts so bad. I mean, this is a 17.1 meter tall tree. That is huge, but it's coming down. All right, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Oh no, no, no. Okay, it's done. It's done. Oh man. Well, I guess I could leave one and just rename this place Lone Oak. All right, here is load number 2, and I made another, man, $10,000. All right, we're not even up to $20,000 yet. Load number 3, I was able to get one of those big oak logs on here, and the rest of this is the pine or spruce or whatever it is. So let's go over here and see how much we're gonna make. 6,600. We're barely at 25 now. Ouch! This is not going the way I thought. There goes the last load of logs right there, and I've now got to go ahead and get all these stumps out of the way. All right, this should be the last load of logs right here. I went ahead and filled up the small trailer here. What's a little bitty stuff that was gonna fall off here. I mean, as you can see, this is just barely hanging on. Let's see how much we make, and that's gonna be $5,000. Yo, we didn't even make $32,000 here. Well, hold on, I got one more log I could sell, so I think this is gonna bring us like right up to 32. Yeah, so let's take a look at the finances. Yeah, you can see right here, 31,416. Now, the plan was to buy this facility right here, but it's $100,000. That's a $70,000 difference compared to what I need versus what I have. I think I'm just going to let this do its thing because I don't have $70,000 worth of wood on that farm to be able to get. So, yeah, I'll just keep this thing around. I mean, I own it now. So, that way I can go ahead and if we cut down any more trees, like we get a forestry area. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Do y'all remember where all the trees were that I cut down? Hopefully I can find all the stumps. You guys, this is really going to expand out my fields quite a bit. If I can get all of these stumps out of the way, and then we can plow this up. And like I said, that field is going to be almost twice as big. And this one here, by the time I plow it all together, I mean, we're going to have probably like another 50%. So it's definitely worth it. This thing made quick work of that. All I gotta do is just like drive over right top of where they are, get pretty close, lower this thing down, and then just like drive over top. I mean, it's cultivating the ground for me too, but I mean, we are going to be plowing it up, so I don't think it matters. All right, are we getting it? No, we're gonna do it a different way. There we go. I'll drop this down. Hey, perfect. All right, well, there's 3. Ah, there's number 4. Yep, there's number 4. And look at that. All I had to do was just drive over top of it, and it's perfectly good. And I wonder how many more of those I could do that too. Hey, that works. All right, maybe I want to tear up the ground after all. All right, there is the last one that I could find. Let's drive around and see if there aren't any more of them really quickly. I'll do a top-down view like this. I think this area over here is gonna be pretty good, and I didn't have very many trees over on the other side. So all right, so I went ahead and decided that I was gonna go ahead and use this thing right here to cut in around the outside of my fields. That way the plow doesn't have to get this close to the edges, and it just kind of makes for a little bit safer everything. So I got all the way around this field, and then I started to think, wait, why am I getting rid of all this grass? I'm going to need some hay for any sheep and some silage that I'm going to need. So I gotta go find a mower. Welcome back to Ravenport, everybody. I'm gonna go and be honest with you. I had a little bit of technical difficulties recording this episode, so right now I'm doing a little bit of voiceover instead of this being live while I'm playing the game. As you can see right here, what I've done is I've started to create the fields here on the outside, and I realized I made a mistake. I gotta mow. So I went and got this mower right here, actually purchased it outright, and we're gonna go ahead and mow every bit of grass that's inside all of the areas that I've already marked here, and I'm even going to go a little bit outside as well. And while I was doing that, I started to think, hey, maybe I should go ahead and get a contract going on right now because I can have more workers. So I went ahead and leased all the equipment for this one. I'm going to take everything up there and get started on that one while I'm still doing this down here. And as you can see, I went ahead and started to ted up all of this grass down here because I'm going to make this, hey, I don't have a place to be able to actually have a bunker silo or anything like that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and ted every bit of this. That way, if I get any sheep, I'm good to go. If I need to make any TMR, I'm good to go as well. And before I went and started on the contract, I went ahead and started to windrow all of this right here. That way, while I'm moving equipment up there, or I've got workers working in that field up there on the contract, I can go ahead and be baling this with the baler that I've got. I've got the mini baler here, the Massey Ferguson. So went ahead and started doing that. And as you can see here, I'm actually moving the equipment up here into the field. The mower situation is a little bit interesting. And this is what I mean by that. The front mower doesn't actually go on the tractor that I got with the contract. So I'm having to come back and actually use the front mower on one of my own tractors so that I could actually get each one of these individual strips. And here what I'm doing is trying to get over as far as I can to the left. That way I can get as much grass as I can. But as you can see, it's not letting me pick up everything. Very, very interesting here that I was able to even get part of it. Usually whenever I'm using a piece of equipment, it actually like doesn't do anything if I'm out there too far. But on this one, yeah, it's working and I don't know why. After I got everything windrowed by myself, I went ahead and put a worker over on the windrower. I took over on the baler here in the big tractor. That way I didn't have a horsepower deficiency going on, and I just started making as many bales as I could. And I worked kind of into night. I mean, it's like 6:40, but it's already dark because it's in September. So I actually ended up baling this entire field while it was getting dark. Use the lights. Awesome, awesome lights here on this. I don't know why I don't do more farming at night, but I thought it was really cool. So I went ahead and just got this done. And then I went ahead and slept till the next day once I got all that baling done, and then came back in the morning and started to do all of my wrapping. There were quite a few bales here. Took a little while, not too bad, but this is one of those jobs that I really enjoy, and I don't get to do it enough. Y'all are not gonna believe it, but I got the audio fixed here, so we got the microphones working again. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up these 14 bales on this thing right here, and then probably go ahead and deliver them because the bale delivery thing point sale thing is pretty close. I believe it is. I gotta take a look at the actual contract to make sure 100% where I'm taking these to, but there is one right over there, so I'm hoping that's the one it is. And what I'm doing is I'm going around the outside again to pick up kind of all of these bales that are out here kind of in the way of a plan that I've got. I've got about a half bale in the baler still. I'm thinking I might go ahead and go around with the windrower one more time, trying to get as close as I can out here to try and get one or two, maybe more bales, because every little bit is going to matter because that's just less that I have to make later and more money that I could potentially make if I just decide to sell all this stuff. All right, so I've got the worker driving over to the biogas plant because that's where this stuff is actually going. It's not going to a bale place, it's going to the biogas. So it's pretty close, but I figured while it's doing that, I'll go ahead and come over here and start working on all these bales right here. I believe that right here is the point where I need to go ahead and drop these off. Now, this is going to be 14 bales, and I'm going to see how much of a percentage of the delivered product this is going to be. All right, so right there, and yes, we are going perfect. So it says 20%. All right, as soon as this is done, I should be able to see the total on how much has actually been transported. 52%. You literally mean that I only need to do one more of those? Oh, that's a lot of bales going into my storage. Here is the second load of all of these. So hopefully, if the announcement a while ago, the message was correct, that this is only 100% right here, then I should be good to go on this. So we're gonna go and just put every bit of this in here. Whatever's left over, we'll probably make a little bit of cash from, because it's not gonna be needed for the contract itself. All right, contract finished. I made about $2,000, and y'all, that was 28 bales. I think I've probably got another almost 30 out there. I found a couple more too. They were still in the baler. While that worker is going back over to the field for me, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I've got going on here. So I'm used to the baby baler again, and we're slowly but surely making progress on all of this hay. This is going to be the hay that we need. We're going to have some silage bales that are going to be, able to be used in the TMR, along with a little bit of straw as some filler. So I'm setting myself up pretty good to have just a few head of cattle. The contract is now complete, as you can see right here. I can't complete it though, or I'm not going to be able to actually move all these bales around. So what I'm going to do is move all of these right here over to my facility, because these are going to be ones that I get for free, right? I get to keep all of these because the contract's done. The problem is, I think I've got 29 out here, so I'm going to have to make 3 trips instead of just 2. And I'm going to try and go around the outside and actually make a few more. That way I kind of have enough here to be able to do what I need to do. And I might as well just get them absolutely for free, right? I mean, there's a lot of grass still hanging out over there on that side. I've got a little bit over there. I mean, there's a little bit around here. I could probably make at least another bale, if not 2. It's just not going to let me actually pick up any of this. So this is all going to be out here. The only thing I can do to get this is to actually buy the property. I don't know if I need to do that right now. And I just had a little bit of a change in the strategy that I've got for how I'm going to collect those bales. Guys, I've got an auto-load bale trailer that I completely forgot about until like literally 30 seconds ago. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up picking up all of this hay over here on this side. And then I'm going to go ahead and get all of this side over here bale too. There's a lot, but I'm going to be able to get it done. It's not going to be a problem. Trying to get the last little bit of hay right here so that I don't have this stuff just kind of hanging out up here. I should probably own this property up here at some point, but not quite yet. Not quite yet. As soon as I get this done, we're going to get back to actually plowing all of this out and making some really, really nice bigger fields up here. I do not know why the workers cutting through the field, but I do know that they're heading over to my farm. Got 14 bales on there. I'm going to go and use the auto load here to pick up these last few bales that we got. Hopefully I can fit more than 14 on here. Like, I think 15 is honestly all I need. I've got 6 here in this field and a few over there. So I think I'm going to be okay, but let's go ahead and just start picking these things up and see exactly how far I get on this. I honestly do not know how big of a trailer this is. I can't remember because I was honestly using the mini bales, the baby bales last time. So these right here should hold fewer, but I think it's still going to be okay. So this is going to be 6 maybe. And then it looks like there's going to be 7 over there right now. 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh no, there's 9. Okay. 9, 5, 15. Can I do it? Yes. All right. I got them all. Heading back over. As soon as I get that trailer over there, we're going to complete the contract, make that money. And I got to pick up my yard. Not really sure how, but somehow I beat my worker over here. So going to go ahead and put those in. Reset the trailer here. I'm going to go down here and pick up all of these grass bales. I honestly have no idea how many I have, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be somewhere north of 70. I was off by just a little bit. Ended up getting 140 bales here on the hay bales, the little bitty micros that we've got here. And here are the other 14 that I was having the worker go ahead and bring over as well. Looks like I've got 112 of my micro bales here that are straw. It looks like I've got 140 of my hay bales and then 29 of the silage bales. Guys, that is a lot of bales. We're very, very close to having this thing completely full. I know it doesn't look like it, but we are actually really close on this. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the contract here, make about $11,500 to go ahead and collect there. Now it's time to find a plow to finish expanding out these fields. So now that I got all the grass out of the way and all the bales put up, I'm gonna go ahead and start plowing here. And I went ahead and picked up something a little bit different. This is a King Mega. It's very, very interesting. It actually is supposed to plow and then cultivate right behind it. So we're going to see exactly how it works. Because if I don't have to come back and cultivate this, that would be absolutely great. Now, it's not exactly following exactly where I think it should. I mean, it's kind of wandering just a little bit, but I think it's just a little bit of getting used to. And I think this thing will be absolutely fine. So what I'm doing is going ahead and just getting a little bit more of this headland taken care of. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up rocks yet or not, kind of depending on how bad they are. If they're real bad, then I'm probably going to lease something. But if they're not that bad, probably just going to leave them alone and maybe try and roll them. I was just sitting here looking at my map, and apparently everything around the outside, I need to go back and plow it again. So that's what I'm going to do. You can see that I've got my headlands pretty well taken care of. I'm going to go around this outside one more time, and then we're just going to start going back and forth on this field here. I might actually start putting some seeds in the ground. I'm not quite sure. I could probably put some barley or some wheat. Canola would be a good choice too. I'm not sure yet, kind of depending on how far I get this field along. I'm gonna let that worker take care of the field right here while I go and pick up some animals. Yes, I'm gonna go up to the shop and grab an animal trailer, and we're gonna start loading up some animals from the animal dealer. Here I am at the animal dealer, and I gotta figure out which one I'm gonna get first. And I'm thinking I'm actually gonna go ahead and get the chickens first. I'm gonna go ahead and get some really baby ones. That way we've got some time over the winter here where they're not gonna eat a whole lot, and they'll be ready to rock and roll here in the springtime. What I'm going to do is go ahead and go here, and then we are going to go ahead and select 60 of them. That's the many that I can fit here in this trailer. 300 bucks. That's an easy deal for me right there. So we're going to go ahead and make our way up here, back across, down the switchback into the farm. Put our chickens in there, and then we're going to give them a little bit of food. I got plenty of weed, so I don't think it's going to be an issue to keep them fed this whole time. Can I beat the car? Yes, I did. All right, sweet. Now, looks really interesting. I might be able to hold more than 60 in here. We're just going to start with 60 right now and see exactly what that does for us. I'm pretty sure this whole pen will hold 500. So I'm probably just going to let them do their thing. That way I'm not spending money. Let them keep growing and reproducing, and then we'll be good. You know, I said the switchback. I don't think I am. I think I'm going to try and beat this train right here. And then I'm going to go down this way here. Man, that was close. That was super close. Good thing we didn't have scrambled eggs right off the bat. All right, so now I should be able to take these 60 chickens and transfer them over to the other unload. All right, sweet. There we go. You want to unload the chickens? Yes. Animal type does not support unloading. What? No. Do I still have 60 chickens in here? Oh no. Am I gonna have to go sell them and just do this the other way? Huh. Can I here select 60, move to husbandry? There we go. That's what I want. You want to move? Yes. The animals were moved. All right, perfect. Woo! That was close. That was close, y'all. I thought I really messed up, but they are good. We got 60 chickens in there running around all the junk. All right, now for some sheep. All right, here we are at the sheep. Now let's go and get some little baby lambs, the black Welsh mountain kind. Looks like I can only carry 13 at a time. I think that's going to be fine. That way I'm not spending a ton of money, and I just kind of let them reproduce and build up to what we can. Is that a full trailer? Yeah, that looks really full. All right, let's go take them back to the farm and get them unloaded, and we'll come back and maybe get some cows. I don't know. I don't know if we're ready for that yet. All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and move the 13 Black Welsh Mountains. These guys are very young. Move them into the husbandry. Yes, there we go. Now, I think I'm probably going to have to go and get them some hay. I think that's probably going to be about it. Looks like we got a couple of them inside, a couple of them outside. Yeah, this is going to work great. Let's go ahead and get these guys fed. That way, I'm not worrying about them. So we're probably going to go and need a trailer over here. Well, first off, let's go and take a look and see exactly what they're going to need. So food is just grass. All right, that's 100% perfect. Yeah, yearly food 6,045 liters. Okay. It doesn't say that I need any water, which is good also. So yeah, I'm just gonna feed him grass. How much was each one of these right here? The hay was 6. What did I need? 10 of them? Is that what it said? Right? I need 6,000. Yeah, so 10 of these bales is all that I need of this right here. And that's going to be for an entire year. So that's inexpensive. Perfect. You know what? I could probably just like throw those over there. Let's do it by hand because these things are super light. That way I'm not having to worry about getting the trailer and everything like that. So come in here. Boom. All right, there's one. Perfect. Yeah, let me get these and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Yeah, it looks good. Even though it says that it's in the red right now, the yearly food is 6,045, and I've got 64.95 in there right now. So I've got more than enough that they are going to take for an entire year. I mean, it's going to take them 8 months before they can reproduce. So yeah, I'm fine there. No water needed. Gonna start maybe getting some wool here soon. Um, yeah, I don't know when we're gonna start getting wool, but hopefully soon. I'm gonna go ahead and put about 3,600 liters of wheat here into the chicken pen. That's gonna be a good for a full year for them as well. Now I can have 500 chickens running around in this pen right here. I I, I think that's gonna take quite a while, and there's gonna be a ton of eggs every single month that I'm gonna be taking and storing somewhere. But it looks like 3,600 is gonna be, yep, we're good. That's gonna be a full year for these chickens that I've got right here. The one thing I don't really like about this plow is how much of the field it's leaving unplowed. I think I'm gonna have to go try and figure out a different plow to use because this is, man, I don't like having to go back and redo work for workers. You know what I mean? Like if I'm doing it myself, sure, right? I'll maybe go back and redo some stuff, but I don't really like going back and having to redo the stuff that they don't get done because that kind of defeats the purpose of having a worker, right? I mean, they could be like a really inexperienced worker, but no, I'm not a big fan of this. So I think I'm either gonna have to like increase the horsepower to be able to get a better plow, or find a better, smaller plow. I mean, I know there's one out there by Dom. I could probably grab that one, but I don't know. I'm kind of trying to keep this series a little bit more realistic-ish. You know what I mean? Realistic-ish. I like that word. All right, now on to field number 2 over here. Well, I guess it's technically 3 because that's fields 1 and 2 that I put together. But field number 2 over here on the this side behind the barn, I'm going to go ahead and get this whole outside plowed up first. And then we're going to start cutting in and making the field a lot bigger. I'm seeing that there are quite a few rocks in here, and they're not small rocks either. They are massive rocks. So I think I'm going to have to go ahead and get a rock picker. That way I can go ahead and have them here out of the field. And man, I probably should have cleaned that up a little bit while I was up there. You know what? Let's go try and do that here really quick. I think I could probably expand that out just a little bit to make it so that I'm not having to repaint that. And I think it's going to be beneficial to the farm. So let's go ahead and do that there. Turn, create fields, put this down. And let's kind of go out here a little bit, right? We'll pick up this edge here, and then we'll cut it back. So if I go like that, and like this, and blend this in really nicely, yeah, this will work. This will work right there. Yeah. So turn off create field now. Back up. You guys can see those massive stones down there. That's what I'm saying that I'm probably going to need to use a stone picker and come back and pick up because those things are just way too big. I don't know. I really, I like the plow because it looks cool, but it is a pain. So I'm probably going to go ahead and replace it. And that's a lot of area out there that I could still put some field in. I didn't realize I left that much room out there. Huh. I might make this just a little bit bigger. So I looked at all my options for plows, and everything's going to require me to upgrade the horsepower on my tractor by quite a bit. I mean, it's going to cost me anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000 to upgrade the tractor enough to be able to pull a different plow. So I'm just going to stick with this one right here to finish up this year. Hopefully next year when I got a little bit more money, then we'll be good to go. But I mean, it's going to take a while. It really is. I'm still thinking about getting a rock picker because one, I can make a little bit of money on that while I'm selling off the stones. I mean, there is maybe a facility that I could get to actually turn some stones into lime. because I am running precision farming as well, and that's going to be very, very important to get my environmental score up so I can make extra money. And I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of rocks in here. They're big, but anything, I'm just going to have to lease it to start with. So I don't know. Maybe I can look around the map and see if there's a stone crusher or the facility here. I can't remember if that one is on here or not. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the map really quick. It would be over here on this side, I think is where it was at. That's the sugar mill. That's the oil mill. That's the corn dryer. I don't need that. All right, where was it? Dairy. No. I actually don't there was one on here. Sell point for the water. What is this? Bakery. Yeah, I don't know if there's actually one on here or not. So I may get to buy one myself. Yeah, I could probably do that. I mean, do I have enough room down here for it though? That's the question. I don't think I do. So what am I gonna do with the rocks? Huh. I gotta figure that out first. I have got to figure out a way to make some extra cash because I am not a fan of this plow any longer. I mean, look at this. All of this area right here, they didn't even touch. So what I'm thinking is I might need to go ahead and, I don't want to say it, plow this up. I can at least mow it and get some bales off of it. That way I can, have some extra money because I can't harvest anything else. I've already harvested all that. But if I can at least get some grass out of here, get some hay or something out of here, maybe figure out a way to wrap it, then, I mean, I've got the baby baler, which I can't wrap anything with a baby baler. So I'm just gonna have to make some hay bales and then sell them. I mean, how much is hay going for right now? If we take a look here at hay down here, I mean, hay is going for $98 1,000 liters. So it's not even 100 per, and it's 111 is the max. So I gotta figure out a way to do silage or contract. I could do contracts. Are there any more contracts? Harvesting that's not gonna take that long. I could bale some more. And this is silage bales. Yeah, I like that mower a little bit better. I could absolutely do this. Wrap them up, take them. Oh, it's different equipment too. You know what? Let's go ahead and borrow the items because we're gonna make enough off this that we should just be able to sell those outright. And I've got better, um, better chance to make some money. So yeah, that's what we'll do because silage up here actually 340. I mean, that's not bad at all. Each one of those bales are going to be pretty good. It's 303 right now, so it's right in the middle. I could go and start making some money right now. I mean, it is September. It's pretty good money here at the end of the month. So, yeah, well, this guy's finishing this up. I'm going to go get that equipment moved. I went ahead and brought all this equipment up here to field at number one. And what I'm doing is trying to get a little bit of extra grass here onto the outside. So I'm going to do this myself because if I hire a worker, it's not going to mow the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and just get this little bit of extra grass that I can here onto the outside of this field because whenever I come back and bale, it's not really going to let me do that. So we're going to go ahead and be good right there. I'm going to go ahead and turn this corner. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. Okay. So now as I start, oh no. Oh, that's a big hill. That's a big hill. Now as I start to go back this way, I'm going to try and do the same thing and hopefully it'll leave it right here on the edge where I can actually get this with the baler. So we're trying to get as absolute much as I can to be able to make as many bales as I can because I don't have a windrow in this setup. This equipment that they gave me, I don't have one at all. So I'm going to use the Vermeer baler, which is not the most ideal thing to use, but it's going to be all right. It's going to be fine because it's going to make round bales and then I just have to stop and unload them. But then I'm going to be able to wrap them, right? So it's going to be fine. I'm not a big fan. I usually like when I'm doing silage to do square bales, but it's all good. It's good. Now, once again, I am not a fan of this thing. I'm going to have to figure out how to get rid of it. Probably after I get done with it, doing this right here, probably going to go ahead and get rid of this plow. So I like the Vermeer because it's a very unique, different a piece of equipment here, but it's not doing exactly what I hoped. It's actually leaving quite a bit of material here on the sides. So it's like I'm just gonna have to pick a side, go down, and then come back and hit it again, which is very, very unfortunate. I was hoping to be able to get this done like quick, but it's inevitably the way that it's gonna be. So wish me luck. This is gonna take a while. I think I need to start doing these contracts a little bit earlier in the day because once again, it is almost nighttime and I've still got quite a few bales to make. This thing doesn't have as good a lighting. I mean, I guess kind of, but not like the other one that I was using yesterday. So, I mean, I'm gonna get this done, but I'm definitely gonna have to sleep and then come back out here and wrap all of these tomorrow, which would be the first day of October. So I kind of messed up when I was baling all these and I made them too big. I made them 180 centimeters instead of 150. So I'm not going to be able to actually take these over. Now, the interesting thing is that I do have some bales left over in my storage. So I'm going to go ahead and take those over to the biogas plant. And then I'm going to take these back to the farm and hopefully I'm going to be able to actually use another wrapper to wrap these and then store them, and then I'll have silage bales there. It's going to be a process. I don't know what made me want to do 180s, but I think I got a plan. And the first part of that plan is going to be to go ahead and pick up all of these bales here and deliver them over to my farm. Now, I want to go ahead and use this right here because it's going to be a lot easier for me to be able to do what I need to do with the next part if they're kind of loaded up the way that these are here. So I'm pretty sure I've got like 22 bales. This thing should hold, I believe, looks like 24 is what we're going to be able to put on here. So 8 rows of 3, yeah, 24 is what's going to be able to go on here. So I shouldn't have a problem getting them all in one load. And then we're going to figure out the other silage. If I need to buy something, I will real quick. I don't know. I mean, I messed up pretty good here, but I think I'm going to be able to make some lemonades out of lemons. All right, so let's see how many of these it's going to take to actually complete this right here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this into unload bales here. And then we're going to start driving across and seeing how many it's actually going to take because I've only got one more back at the barn. All right, is it gonna, not going to take them, is it? Huh. It knows. It knows. All right, so maybe dump a few of them off. Then I can get a little bit closer this way. Maybe they actually need to be like touching the ground. Maybe they actually need to be touching the ground. And I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that unless I like knock them off here and then go get like my forks or something and then push them in here. Yeah, let me figure this out. All right, so I got it done, and it took all 24 bales. So contract's at least done. I need to get the other bales back over to my barn, and then I'm good to go. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do some contracts or something to really be able to make up for this money I just lost. But I decided to go ahead and pick up a couple contracts here. Gonna start off doing some sunflowers. And I've got 2 different harvesters. I've got a Case and a Kloss. I got some other tractors down there as well, a Kloss and a new, or not a New Holland, but a Kubota. So what I've done is I've taken 2 contracts and I'm going to go ahead and do 2 fields. So I've got this main field right here, and then I'm doing field 8 as well. I know field 8 is going to take an excruciating amount of time, but I think it's going to be okay because I've got 2 harvesters. So like I said, that's what I'm doing. I've got some other things that I'll be doing in the meantime while these workers are going to town here in this field. And yeah, I'll show you guys exactly what I got going on because I'm going to pick up some other equipment at the store. Before I pick up the new stuff, I've actually got to go ahead and repair and sell this whole thing right here. So I'm going to go and repair it. Yes, I'm going to repaint it. Yes, now I'm going to get $27,000 back out of it. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm up to $84,000. Perfect. Now let's go get that new stuff. And I went ahead and picked up a bale spike right here. This, I think it's like an auto load. I'm not quite sure. It's part of the CSZ pack. And I got one of the Anderson snake makers right here. Yeah, the round bale wrappers. This thing will do 180 centimeter bales since I messed up and made the wrong size in the contract. Take all those up to the sheep farm, and I'm gonna wrap them now. That way they will ferment or into silage, and I can either make a lot of money on them, or I can use them to make some TMR for some cows. All right, so this thing is like super easy. All I have to do is go to operating position, just kind of drive up close to it. Boom, there we go. Come over here, and then all I have to do here is just go to unloading position. I mean, it could not get any easier than that. Go back to operating position here. Kind of scoop in a little bit. Boom. There we go. Got it. I mean, this is going to make very, very quick work of my bales here. So, yeah, I highly recommend this mod to anybody that doesn't really like to use bale forks. I mean, it's cheating, kinda, but it's not because it's a console mod. This worker here said they were about full, so I went ahead and ran up here real quick. Gotta go ahead and fill this thing up. And I think the other one over there is getting really, really close as well. So this worker should stop right here. Let me completely finish out everything. Then I'll swing over there. And I can't wait to tell you guys where exactly I'm going to store all these sunflowers at. All right, so I got all of them wrapped here. I'm going to go ahead now and unload the bales. That means this thing should finish wrapping right here. Gonna be good to go. I should be able to like back up just a little bit more here. And then I should be able to fold up the wrapper. Perfect. And then I will just kind of back up out of the way a little bit, drive over here next to the tractor. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. Let's go ahead and just, yeah, let's just do that now. Off, hook up, and then we are going to take this back because I don't have a need for it anymore. I think it can. I think it can. I think it can. Yes, we are going to be taking all of this over here to the railroad station because it's going to be a silo for me until I get all of the fields harvested, and then I'll figure out how much I have and we'll start taking it over to the point where it needs to be delivered at. So, kind of a nice cheaty way of being able to like put all of my product here into a nice silo without having to take everything back down to my farm. So we're gonna go ahead and empty both of these in here. Then once they're full, then I'll just start shuffling it. And I got both contracts going to the same place, so it's gonna be a little bit confusing. I'm just gonna start taking stuff over there until it tells me the contract's complete. Then it's gonna start filling up the next one. I'll do the same thing. Whatever's left, then that's gonna be for me to take back to my place. Contract on field 13 is done, so now it's time to get over here onto field number 8. Now I know this one is going to take quite a long time, and that's completely fine. It's paying very, very well. You know, and I can't let those workers have all the fun, so I went ahead and picked up a couple other contracts as well for some soybeans, because I mean, who doesn't need soybeans to sell in the wintertime? Got two fields here, field number 6 and field number 2 over there close to those mountains. I'm going to be using my trailer if it ever shows up here. And now that's going to be 3 harvesters working all at the same time. Yeah, I think it's time to go buy some other equipment. All right, so this is making me just a little bit nervous. I haven't done it before with this combination, so we're going to see how well this works. Honestly, not sure how big this trailer is either. I really can't remember. So, it's trial by air, right? So trial and error. Yeah, that's it. I really have no idea how much I'm gonna fit in here. Just decided that this is gonna be the route to go. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be a pretty decent size. I think I should get more than one hopper in here. So I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I'm probably gonna end up taking this somewhere too. I don't even know where this is going to get dropped off at. In reality, I just kind of accepted the contracts and then I'll figure out the details later. And now it's raining, so I've shut off all of the harvesters. I'm going to go ahead and take this over here to the ranch, speed up time until it stops raining, and then I'm going to go ahead and resume everything again. It probably means that I'm going to be doing this into the night again. I thought starting these contracts was going to prevent me from doing that. We'll see. We'll see. I'm still thinking about getting a rock picker though for over there on the farm because I mean, what crop can I put in here right now? I've still got barley and wheat that I could put in here. I mean, I don't know if I want to go that route because I've got plenty of wheat. I mean, barley is best for chickens though, so maybe I could do one field of that. be able to have a little bit for them. The other one, I think I want to do something a little bit different. I think I'm going to want to do corn or oats. Yeah, corn or oats. So I still got time. So I went ahead and spent up time too, a little bit after 12 o'clock. That's when the rain stopped and we should be good to go again. I went ahead and fired up all of the harvesters again. And guess what? This is going to the ranch as well. So I'm just going to take it all right here because there is a much, much bigger tractor or trailer that I've got as part of one of the other contracts that I'm just going to use to transport all of this stuff. I mean, why not just use one or maybe I'll just have all three of these guys going and we'll just go back and forth up and down that hill. I got the first field of soybeans done here. Now we're going to go ahead and take this harvester of mine across to field number 2. It's a little bit smaller, I think, so it shouldn't take near as long. Still working on the other contract over on field number 8, getting ready to really start transferring all of that product, all the sunflowers over to the ranch. And as you can see, I'm actually using the other tractor here because this thing is going to have some difficulties getting up and down the hill. That Kubota over there, so we're gonna save it for this guy right here, and it's gonna be a little bit longer haul, so I need something a little bit better than the 8,000 liter trailer that I've got for my own. I've got it over there in reserve, but I'm gonna be using that Kubota most of the time. Apparently this header doesn't lock down to the trailer, so we're gonna have to pick it up here out of the road and take it over here. I was just turning the corner normal, I mean like normal speed, like 15 miles an hour. I don't know why it didn't lock down. Maybe this mod just doesn't have that. I'm going to start here in this corner to make it a little bit easier. You know, and the more I think about it, I don't really need a small farm truck like this. I'll just drive everywhere I need to in one of my tractors. Let's go ahead and get rid of this bad boy right here. If I can find the trigger point, and that's going to be 22,553. It looks like I need to do a little bit of repainting. All right, 22,876. Perfect. Just get rid of it. All right, perfect. Now what I need to do is go ahead and come down here to the Scorpio right here. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and lease one of these things because I am going to go ahead and pick up the rocks. I've got a plan. It's going to cost me 32.64. Yes. Okay. Perfect. I've got my worker taking it back down to the farm. So when it gets down there, I'll be able to do that as well as transport all of this grain. There's a lot, guys. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start taking all of the sunflowers up to the top of the hill. The ranch is right up over there. So when I look here, I can see that I've actually got about 217,000 liters. So we're just going to fill this thing completely full. I know it's going to take at least 3 of these things to be able to get as much up there as I need. I can't remember exactly what the percentage is that I have to deliver here on this, but it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, guys. It's going to be a lot of trips. Hopefully this tractor will make it. All right, here is the test. 16 miles an hour is what we started at. I hope we don't get anything under 10. Well, we're at 10 right now. There's 9. There's 8. There's 7. 6. Oh, this is not looking good. 5. Come on. Come on. 4. We're almost not quite there. Are we going to make it? Oh, we're back up to 5. Okay. All right. This is looking better. Looking promising. Looking real promising. At least I think this is the ranch. Wasn't this the ranch? I hope this is the ranch. All right, we're on top. Let's find out exactly where this is supposed to be delivered at. If I come up to here, I go over to the ranch and I tag the place. Oh yeah, it's just right there in front of me. Okay, so let's go right here and we'll drop this off. We'll see how much of our contract is completed and then we'll be good. And which contract is it going to be first? That's the bigger question. I am not quite sure. Let's go ahead and turn this, we'll untag it. There we go. How much is it going to be? I'm nervous. We got 5,000 liters left. 29% transported for field 8. So I thought maybe if I switched over to my tractor, I might have a little bit better luck, but no, not at all. This thing definitely needs a power upgrade. I got the harvest done over here on the soybeans, and now we're taking all of this grain over to the silo again because it's got to go to the ranch. So I'm going to keep using the same big trailer to take it up there once I get done with the sunflowers. And since the harvesting is now done, I'm going to go and take my new haul in here back down to the farm as well. Probably gonna try to upgrade this thing. There's some really interesting ones in the used section of the store right now. So hopefully this thing gets replaced before I have to use it again. I'm gonna go and fill up the first trailer here with all the soybeans. Now there's like 50 some thousand liters in there. I'm only gonna go put one trailer right here. And I think I'm probably gonna go ahead and disconnect this trailer, the second one, and use my tractor to go ahead and pull this first one. So we'll do that, disconnect, perfect. All right, I'll disconnect here. Get this bad boy out of the way, hop into mine. Don't worry about the train, it's not important. Get in mine and boom, disconnect. And there's so much like running around trying to figure all this stuff out because my other worker, they are still trying to get up that hill right now. So hopefully I can get moving that way with this tractor, give them a little bit of a boost, and we both get up there and get dumped out really, really quick. Oh, they finally made it. They finally made it. All right, time to get up the hill myself. All right, so I got 72% transported for field number 13. That's really, really good news, except that I don't know exactly how much I need to bring up here. So I think what I'm going to do is probably, depending on how well this other one makes it up the hill, is maybe put the soy in here. And the worker up here went ahead and filled this thing completely full. So we did have a lot of rocks. I mean, I know it's only 2,500 liters, but now I'm going to actually put them somewhere. So what I've got is I'm going to go here to construction. All right. And I'm going to go down here to productions and I'm going to go to selling points. I'm going to come all the way across here to the stone selling station. Now it costs $750 to put down when it's like no terraforming or anything like that. So I'm thinking like back over here, somewhere out of the way is probably going to be a good spot for it because yeah, like right there, right? Like I'm probably not ever going to put anything else there, right? And that's $800. So yeah, let's just go ahead and put it right here, 751. All right, perfect. I'm just going to dump them off into there and then we'll be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this thing up, bring this worker, or bring this down here. It's like it's a stone pile I've got right there, right by the pond, right? I'm gonna back this up, gonna unload, and let's see if I make more than $750. Because that's like the important thing, right? If I don't make more than 750, then ooh, 216. Oh, maybe I just should have piled them up over in a corner and dealt with it when I had about 30,000 liters. All right, so I went ahead and switched over to this trailer for all of the soybeans because, I figured it's probably going to be closer to this total right here, 45,000. All right, so as I'm getting down, 86% done. All right, perfect. I mean, we should be getting, okay, there we go. Contract on field 6 is done. Field 2 is 62%. All right, I'm empty and 62%. All right, cool. So now I just need a small trailer for each and I'm good to go. All right, let's go get some sunflowers and a little bit more of this soy. All right, here is the sunflowers. Let's go ahead and start seeing. I have no idea how much this is going to take. I know I've got 24.5 in here right now. Hopefully it's not going to take near that much. Let's go down to 20 and see what happens. 81%. Okay, come down a little bit more. I don't want to overdo it. 89. All right, we're getting close. Oh, it's finished. I made 888 bucks. Okay, so I've still got about 13,000 liters, which is good. Plus, I know I still have some over in the other. And hey, guess what? My soybeans are here too. Yeah, I got the Kubota out for that. Let's go ahead and fire it up. And pretty good timing here on this. I'm already good to go. So that means that both of my sunflower contracts are now complete. And I'm getting ready to finish off both of the soybean contracts too. So that means that all 4 of my contracts are going to be done, and then everything that is in storage can actually go over to my silo. All right, 79%. All right, go. And there, boom, perfect. All right, done. So let's go fill these back up and then take them to my silo. I've got worker number 1 over there taking my tractor and trailer with all the soybeans back down to the farm. I'm loading up with all these sunflowers and I'm going to go the fun way. Yeah, we're taking the switchbacks. This right here is why I wanted to take this route, because of the view. Guys, check this out. beautiful sunset-ish. I mean, it's 5 o'clock here in the clock, and it's just you're gonna be going right down over your farm, looking at it. You're gonna be going super fast. Hopefully, we don't crash. I mean, not unlikely that I'm gonna crash. I've done it many, many times before. All right, I got another 1,500 liters of rocks here. Let's go ahead and dump these in here. And I still don't think this is gonna pay for the 750 uh, that it cost me to put that place down, or the fee of the lease. Yeah, I'm really negative money right now. Hopefully, getting those rocks out there saves me some repair costs because it is not paying off. That was a bad move. And here is the last little bit of the soy. I mean, 6,500 liters of this, 25 or 6,500 liters of this, 25,000 liters of my sunflowers. And then I've got something like, I don't know, 12, 15,000 liters of wheat. So, I mean, that's not bad. And it's still harvest season. So I absolutely could be doing more. But I guess the next question is, what am I going to put in the ground? A beautiful morning here in Ravenport. I'm up bright and early today because we're going to put seeds in the ground. Yes, I've decided on a crop. Yes, a single crop that I'm going to go ahead and put in the ground. Now, the first thing that I have to do is actually look at these environmental scores. Now, they're incredibly low. Yes, I'm losing a lot of money whenever I sell my goods. I got to do everything I can to try and get these up. Well, the first thing that I need to do is actually come over here and purchase the soil information. Now, I don't know exactly how expensive. Oh, that's not bad. $1,225. Easy. All right, let's come over here and do the exact same thing. Purchase this for 33. Okay, so under 5 grand for everything. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And it's pretty good soil, but it's not the worst soil, right? I mean, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good soil. So now I've got that taken care of. I need to go ahead and put some lime on the ground. We've got a really cool spreader over here that we're gonna go ahead and use for that, but I need to be in the other tractor for it. Yep, this tractor right here is gonna be the one that we are actually gonna put the lime in the spreader, and then use the big bags here to carry it back down to the farm. So I do not know exactly how much it's going to take, so we're getting a lot. And I decided to go with this thing right here. And as you can see, it's a very, very interesting old Vicon PS1654 model, or the PS1004. I think the 1004 is the base model, and the 1654 is the extension. So we're gonna go ahead and go over here. I want to make sure that I'm getting only the lime, because this thing will take fertilizer as well. We're gonna go ahead and start filling this thing up right here. Yep. Okay. Perfect. So it's not a super big capacity. Okay, but we're gonna be able to take 2 more bags down here to the farm, so that as it runs out, I've already got 2 other bags right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and lower this thing down a little bit, and I'm gonna try and come over here and hook up to them. All right, there's 1 and there's 2. Perfect. Do that. Go ahead and down. Okay, so this guy is now ready to go back down to the farm, and that is the first thing that we are going to do. Now, the next thing is I went ahead and got a fertilizer spreader as well. I'm on a combo deal. Not really, but I'm going to go ahead and get this fertilizer spreader down here too, so that whenever I'm ready, I can go ahead and put it there as well. Now, all right, you are good to go. Switch over to here. All right, you're already running, and I'm going to go ahead and put in here as much as I can. I don't know if it's going to take all 2. I don't think it's actually 2,000 liters. I think it's only like 1,300. So I might have to come back. I'm not sure yet. But we are going to use a little bit of it because we are going to put some seeds in the ground. Yep, so 1,300 liters is all it is. So that's just going to be sitting there until I come back and get it. I'm not sure exactly when, but I will be back to get it. I got a water tanker sitting there too that I'm getting ready to do something kind of expensive with. All right, so we're gonna go and use this bad boy right here to go ahead and start spraying out all of this lime. Now, I have absolutely no idea how wide the swath is here, but you're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do a little bit of headland first, and then I'll come back and go up and down, take care of everything there in the middle. So it looks like the swath isn't too bad. Definitely could be over a little bit more and not overlapping as much into the grass. That's not gonna make me any money, and I'm out already. Oh boy, gonna take a lot of lime. I might need a bigger trailer. So that right there is 4,000 liters of lime. Yep, 2 big bags. I've got that whole field, and I've got that field over there as well. I think I'm gonna need a trailer. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of work to one of my trailers here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a mobile workshop. Well, not mobile workshop, but a workshop workbench right here on the outside of the house. All right, so all I'm gonna have to do now is come up over here, have this bad boy in there like that. Come out over here, come to this, and I want to go to this, and I want to go to customize. What I want to do is I want to make it a flatbed. Perfect. All right, customize. Cost me $0. All right, there we go. Did I? Hopefully. Whew, I was I was nervous. I was so nervous that I actually sold everything else. All right, so now we're heading up to the shop. You guys can see that I spent some money. Yeah, I spent a little bit of money. I got some used equipment. What do you think? A brand new little skid steer right here in New Holland, the C332. This thing was in the used dealership, so I'm gonna go and hop in here, fire it up, and I'm gonna go ahead and put these big bags of lime up here on my trailer. So I hopefully this is gonna work, and we're not gonna have any issues. I honestly don't know how many of them I'm gonna be able to get up on here. I'm gonna try and get all 8, but it's more than likely only gonna be 6. Is all that I'm gonna be able to fit on here. Now I could go the auto load route and all that stuff. You know what? I kind of want to enjoy the little bit of struggle here at the beginning, because then whenever I get those mods, it's gonna be that much more rewarding. You know what I mean? A little bit more rewarding. And I honestly just don't have them loaded in right now. So I got to figure out exactly which ones I want. I mean, 82 stuff is absolutely fantastic. Kind of waiting on a couple more updates to come out for that stuff first, though. I mean, he's been working on a lot of stuff lately, so probably gonna hold off just a little bit until some updates come out. Yeah, it looks like I'm only gonna be able to get 6 on here. So I mean, that's still gonna be. I think I'm gonna need all 8. I really think I'm gonna need all 8. Maybe, maybe I can. Oh, look at that! Look at that skill right there. Uh, did not plan for that at all. Go ahead and there we go. All right, good. Now, I'm thinking the last 2 are just gonna go right here on the back. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the best way to do this. And then I'll maybe, I might set a worker off with the other 2. I don't think that's gonna be I don't think that's gonna be smart, because I might honestly have to come back down here for more. I mean, this is only what, 8 times 4 is 32,000. Yeah, so 32,000 liters, and I already did 4. So I mean, I in reality am probably gonna need more than this, but I'm gonna keep going here. Gonna go ahead and put the last 2. I was just thinking I might be able to like put them up on the side somewhere if I can get this thing up high enough. Oh yeah, yeah, we can load this bad boy down. We can load this bad boy down. Let's go ahead and do it. Right? I'm not scared. I ain't scared of what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go and stack these on here. Oh no. Do it fast and it'll stay. Woo! All right. I got it. I mean, you think I can get 2 more? I think I can get 2. All right, so I got them strapped down. Hopefully those last 2 are on there. I'm not 100% if they are or not, but I mean, there is a strap. There's straps going through there. All right, cool. So it looks like the good news is I don't actually have to unload these to be able to fill up this spreader here. So that's good news. Bad news is it's still going to take quite a while to be able to get all of this done. All right, well, I got the first field over there done, and now I'm working on the second, and I've got a pretty good little system. I can pretty much go all the way down a field and then back, and I should be right about at 0% left in the spreader back there. So I just kind of overlap just a little bit more, and then when I get back to this end down here and I don't have anything left, I run back over, fill up again, and boom, we're on to the next run. It's definitely taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Leave it like that right there. Look at that, 4% left. Gonna run back over here, but it's definitely taking a lot longer. But I'm very, very glad that we're gonna get this done, because this is a big part of the yield and also the environmental score. Well, the good news is the liming's done. The bad news is I've still got quite a bit of lime on that trailer. Gotta figure out what to do with it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and drop this thing off right over here by the silo. Then I'm gonna go and get started on the seeds. Then fertilizers, it's gonna be like sometime way later, probably springtime. I gotta get a sensor thing or something. Yeah, I got a feeling this is gonna take quite a while. 4 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour up this hill. And there's rocks. I thought I got all of them. Well, I think it's just one little patch right there by the tree. Nah, but I mean, this should be a lot easier because what I'm going to do is go around one time here and then start going back and forth with the actual application, the rest of it. So it should only be just this little bit that's a pain here, and then we'll be good to go. I'm going to go and definitely put barley here in this field. Probably gonna put it in that field and the other one as well. I'm just trying to load up on all of my chicken food for a while because if these chickens really start taking off, I'm gonna need quite a lot. I've got the worker over there finishing up the planting, and I'm gonna go ahead and come over here and start unwrapping every one of these bales. Yes, they are all ready to go. They are good. They are all silage now. I think I've got 23 of them here. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now, go and hop in the trailer here. We're going to go and put this thing on operating, and we are going to go ahead and start stacking these up because I'm going to get them out of the way. I've got something else that needs to go over here. Yep, I'm putting in some greenhouses, guys. Maybe 3, something like that, maybe 4. That way each one will have its own crop, maybe. I mean, I want to put them roughly right in here so that it kind of looks like they're kind of, meant to be this way a little bit. I don't know, maybe I'm only gonna be able to get 3 of them in here. 1059. Yeah, I think that'll be good, right? I mean, I want enough room so that as the stuff comes out, I can get through there and get it picked up because I'm eventually gonna need, what am I gonna have? I'm gonna have like an auto load trailer eventually that'll just like drive through, but for now it's like pallet forks. So let's go like there. And what do you think? Like, should I turn the other ones this way? Maybe I can get like 2 more over here. Like 1063, 1006. Like, I know this is a lot of money. No, this is quite a bit of money. Like 1059. If I scoot over a little bit more, that should work there. And if I go like one more, like right here, so it's not in the way of the road. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. I got 4 greenhouses now. I'm gonna be broke in no time. Oh man. No, now I gotta do is just get them some water, right? So if I come up in here and I go to this point roughly right about here, and I can see that it just needs water, 20,000 liters of water. Well, it's good because I've got a worker going up right now to pick up a tanker that holds 2,000 liters of water. A lot of trips, but what I'm here for. Well, it looks like my worker didn't like the stacking job that I did there on the trailer. Apparently they were kind of upset about it and let me know. So it looks like I need about 1,500 liters per month. I'm probably going to go ahead and put just enough to be able to get, what happened to the door? Probably enough to go ahead and get through at least a month, maybe 2 into each one of these. And then I've got an idea for how to keep these things going like nonstop because I don't want to make all these trips every single month up here. No way, not at all. I got done taking care of all the water just in time to get back down here, and this worker was done with this field. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the headlands here on field number 2. The exact same crop. We're going to just keep putting barley and everything. Like I said, I need a lot of grain to take care of all those chickens here in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then I don't know. I might cut down a few trees. I got an idea for that other part up over there. All right, so I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and start taking some of these trees down up here. And the reason is because I'm going to eventually make this a really big grass field because the harvester's going to have a tough time coming up here, but a mower, not so much. I'm going to plow this whole thing up and it is going to be a big area that I can get grass, whether that's for silage or that's going to be for hay, all of this. Now I'm going to plant this right now in a regular barley field because like I said, I need the most grain that I can over there in my silo for the chickens. Then I'm gonna go ahead and plow all of this up after this is done harvested and make it all grass. That way I can put everything in here that I need to, the lime and the fertilizers and everything like that for this grass to be able to be the best that it could be, to be able to give me the most grass that I can for my cows and for the sheep. All right, that's all of them on the ground. Now it's time to go ahead and just start cleaning them up, get them up on that trailer right there, and get them over to the sawmill. I still don't think I'm gonna have enough to buy that place, but not a big concern right now. What is a concern though is that worker over there. He is just about done with that field. I gotta get him on this one. I think we got enough seeds. All right, so the worker is done. I've got about 50% left here in the seed, which is good. I mean, that means I'm not gonna have to buy very much more whenever I decide to do this out here. I've already started chopping up the trees. As you can see, got everything trimmed up really, really well. Got the big ones that now I'm gonna go ahead and start cut them up into smaller chunks. I think I need to get a pressure washer and go ahead and get these vehicles cleaned up because we're just about done using them for the year. So I got all the trees cut down up here, and now it's time to go ahead and start taking them off to the sawmill because I need to get some equipment. That way, whenever it's time to actually cut this in that November, I'll be good to go. I've got both tractors out here. As you can see, I've got the red one here with the grab thing on the front, the big bag lifter. We're gonna go just lift it straight up, put it up into that trailer, the small stuff, and then the big stuff's gonna go onto here. So I think it's gonna work okay. I think I got everything cut up into small enough pieces. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Oh yeah, I mean that's super realistic, right? So all I gotta do, I mean, this is gonna be quick work. I hope. I mean, I don't know if I have enough weight on the back end of this thing. I may have to put the weight on the back instead of here on the front. Oh man, I'm just here. Let me raise it up a little bit more. I think it's just, yeah, that's what it's doing. Okay. So get over here. I might have to cut this stuff up just a little bit more. I mean, this is a big tree over here. So this might take a couple minutes. Well, I got most of it in there. Nope, that didn't really help either. I think I need a bigger weight. And I don't know if this is even gonna fit with the trailer here. This might be a problem. I think I'm just gonna cut it a little bit. All right, well, that is the first tree. I got a few more. Let's see if I can get any of this other little stuff out here. All right, I'm pretty sure that's all I can fit on here. Off to the sawmill I go. This is quite the load. This is only like 1.5 trees too. All right, let's see how much we make here on load number 1. $3,500 because they took off 105. I'm thinking I need somewhere around like 35,000 for the next phase of the project that I want to do. Need to trade in the mower maybe and get a different baler because that little bitty baby baler is just not cutting it right now. Well, I'm trusting the worker to go ahead and take that load right there. I don't know how good this is going to be, but it's going to let me go ahead and start filling up the smaller trailer here. All these little branches. Go ahead and get them out of my way. I've been running over them a ton. It's time to get them out of the area. I think we've got just a little bit too much weight hanging off the back here. Probably got to get a little bit bigger trailer. Yeah, it's been doing this the entire way from the farm all the way over. We're almost there though, almost. And the grand total is $9,800. I kind of messed up, y'all. I was using the big bag handler to keep all this stuff really nice and together. And so I detached it from here. Then I was driving this tractor around because I already had it full too. And I tipped over my trailer. So I've got to figure out how to get this thing flipped back over. I think what I'm going to try and do is actually go ahead and lower down or remove this weight here really quick. And we're just going to try and go up to the other side of this thing and see if I can't get it to go flying or to attach. I mean, I think that's the best idea right now that I've got. Yep, right there. Okay, boom. All right, and it stood up. Perfect. So now just attach my weight, take both trailers over, and sell the rest of the logs. I don't think that this thing is only supposed to be on 3 wheels. There's definitely something going on with it right now, but I don't care because this is probably the last time I'm going to have to do this. I think next time I get some tree work that needs to be done, I'm just going to rent a harvester and cut them down the right way. All right, the load of just the sticks is going to get me $1,200. I mean, that's not unexpected. And for the largest load of logs ever that I've brought here, guys, this is insane. How much is it going to be? $5,900. isn't the most profitable one, but I feel like it had the most logs on it. Still not bad. We're up to $63,000. Hey, when you check that out, the worker actually made it back before me. That's because I picked up the stump grinder right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started taking care of all of these stumps out here in this field because I do not want to hit them with the mower. So we should be able to just raise this bad boy up, go ahead and turn it on and start going to town. Yeah. I mean, maybe, maybe, maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's a special trick to it. Hey, there, I got it. All right, now I wonder if it will actually take care of this little piece of wood that I've got over here too. I just like go right over top of it. Yep, there it is. All right, only about 17 more of these. I've got to tidy up this farm a little bit. I've got stuff just kind of scattered everywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and put this trailer here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the logging trailer right here by this tree. Now I gotta figure out somewhere for the seeds and the lime, and I've got a little bit of fertilizer too. I don't know exactly where I want to put it at yet. I'm thinking I might go ahead and tear down this building right here and put something else up that's going to actually store all of these goods for me, because I don't really want to use a silo right now. I want to go ahead and keep using these pallets. I think I can get a pretty good deal on that. But we might maybe get a silo. I mean, I know there's a really good one out there by David. So maybe I tear down the building and just build a little area down there just for the silo. But I still need to figure out what to do with all this stuff. I'm thinking I'm just gonna go store it over there by the silo right now, and then I'll be right there by the chickens. That seems like it's a little bit better of an area, so I don't hit it so much. But I decided I really need to start making some money here, and the best way to do that is to sell off a few buildings. So we're gonna go here into construction mode. I'm just gonna go ahead and start selling these things. Now I think I'm probably gonna make close to $200,000 if I go ahead and sell these guys off right here. So building 2, building 3, and yes, I know even this one up here, building number 4. All right, so now I've got $260,000. So now it's time to get some new equipment. And to help offset some of those costs, it's time to sell this massive Ferguson baler right here. Guys, I made 253 bales with it. I'm gonna go and drop it off right here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and sell it. I have absolutely no idea how much I'm gonna make for it. Let's see, about 17,000. All right, let's go ahead and repair it. Yes, repaint it. All right, 19, almost $20,000. That's not a bad deal. All right, let's go see what I replaced it with. And that would be a New Holland BR6090. Got a round baler here because it's going to be a little bit easier whenever I pair it up with this brand new mower right here. We got the disc cutter F320P. A little bit older equipment, I get it, but it kind of goes really well with the K7210. We're going to go ahead and take this back down to the farm and start doing a little bit of November mowing here. We're going to go ahead and make some bales. We're going to wrap them, and then we're going to make some silage bales out of it. But before I do that, I've got a contract that I need to go ahead and get completed. Went ahead and bought this corn header right here. It's going to fit really, really nicely here to the New Holland TC59. Got a Capello right here, the Dominant, and it's a 6-meter wide header, so it's going to take a little while, so I need to go ahead and get started here early in the day. This entire contract I'm going to do with just my equipment. Got my trailer and my other tractor up here as well, so go ahead and get started on this. It's like I said, going to take quite a while, but it's going to be better if I use my own equipment. I got the mower baler combo back down here at the farm, and as you can see, I've got 2 different levels of grass. Like this stuff right here has already been cut, and this stuff up here has not been cut yet. So I might get a little bit froggy and try and jump up there and take care of that. But the big part that I'm going to take care of today is all of that over there on the other side of the property. And one thing I'm going to do to ensure that I get a really, really nice even area here is I'm just going to go ahead and start doing a little bit of landscaping. I'm just smoothing this stuff out a little bit. That way, hopefully I can not have any bumps and ripples and things like that in this area. I'm trying to get over here as far as I can up to all these areas. You can see that my money is kind of going down a little bit. Other times, not so much. But the important thing here is just going ahead and getting everywhere that I can go ahead and taken care of. Now, I don't know exactly why I can't get over there. I should own that, but it is what it is. I may have to buy the other areas to be able to actually get up there and do that. I'm going all the way up here because this is where I cleared out all of my trees at. So I'm going to go ahead and just smooth this out right in here because that's going to be a nice, good transition area for me right there. coming all the way over here. You can see how the money's going down fast. I mean, it's doing a lot of work over there. But hopefully this is going to give me a really, really nice, smooth area. That way, whenever I come back with the plow, also in this, after the harvest is out of here, then I'm going to be good to go. But I'm going to be able to do multiple cuts on this. So I definitely want to make sure that I am good to go and that we get as much of this smoothed out as we can. Now I can go ahead and see up here that it's not exactly smooth. You know what? It's going to be all right. I'm going to go ahead and start down here on this corner. I'm going to go ahead and start working around the field first, and then I will start making my way out while that worker's doing its thing up there on the contract. I'll be down here making silage bales. You know, I'm thinking it might not be a bad idea to go ahead and upgrade my trailer as well, because this was only one pass, and I'm pretty sure, or a pass and a half, and I'm pretty sure that my harvester is going to fill up just about this entire trailer. I think I need to go look at the used dealership to see what kind of truck or trailer I can get to help out here a little bit with capacity. This thing here should help solve the issue with capacity. Yes, 100,000 liter plus capacity here on this thing. Yeah, I don't have to worry about it anymore. I gotta figure out what to do with that trailer full down there. I think it's gonna go to the ranch, so I'm probably gonna take it to the train station again. That way I can go ahead and just keep taking everything over there and then up the hill. Thing's got, I think, 500, maybe 625 horsepower. Can't remember exactly what I got, but I'm under 100K again, guys. So I really got to start making some money. As you can see, I've already made 16 bales here, working on number 17. I mean, it's quite a few considering I've really only hit just around the outsides of the field. So I've got a whole big section here in the middle that I need to go back and forth on. Got a little bit up here too. I mean, we could get 30, 35 bales off this. And this combination down here is making a really, really good progress too. You can see that we're over maybe about a quarter of the field so far. Every pass and a half, I'm literally having to empty out this harvester. But the good thing is, and I don't even have 30% capacity filled up in this thing yet. So it's going to be quite a while before I have to haul this off. But guys, this truck is beautiful. So I went ahead and came up here because I need to get just a little bit more to fill out the 30th bale here. Now I didn't do any smoothing or anything like that up here. So, okay, it looks like I am done. We got the bale going on right there. All right, perfect. 30% or 30 bales, I mean. Now trying to find these bales is going to be a little bit tricky because some of them blend in very, very well with the bushes that I've got down here. And then some of them are in my field. So hopefully I don't have to tear up the crop to get to them because it's a really, really bad day. But I'm going to go ahead and start putting them on here. I think I can hold like, I don't know, 20. These are smaller bales. So it's like the first time I've ever made this size. So we're going to see, it looks like I've got 22% at 5, which means I should be able to get 20 on here. And then I've got to figure out how exactly we're going to wrap them. But it shouldn't be too difficult because we have the really, really awesome bale spikes. So, yeah, looks like I've got 10 on here right now at 45%. I'm thinking maybe 20, 22. And a really good thing about having all these buildings out of the way now is that I can actually get down here and use this area for something a little bit more productive. So I'm going to go ahead and start making my whole silage snake thing right here. And, oh, there we go. I'm just going to go ahead and make it as far this way as I can. Then I'll just move it over and make another row. Exactly which way I'm going to go yet. I'm also just going to go ahead and use these things right here, this bale spike, to go ahead and pick up the rest of these bales. I mean, there's not very many of them. I mean, they're just all kind of around right in here, so it's gonna work out really, really good for me to be able to just come down here, get these things done, and then I'm good to go on this right here. Y'all, I don't know how it happened, but I've got 30 of them here right now, and there's still the one more out there in the field. So I'm gonna go and hop on the tractor, get the last one. I guess that means I've got 31 bales. And you know the crazy thing I told you a while ago? Well, I'm not gonna destroy the crop. It's still in the first stage, so it doesn't matter. We're gonna go and grab this one right here. This auto load bale spike are absolutely amazing. Part of the CSZ pack. You definitely need to get them if you want to play a little bit more realistic-ish. Highly recommend it. So we're gonna go ahead and drop these off right here, and that's gonna be the last one for me. So go ahead and lower this down. I'm gonna hop into this thing right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and close it up and finish. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and fold up the bale wrapper right now. It's not working. Why? What do I need to do? Unload bales. There we go. That's what I need to do. Unload the bales first, and then I could actually finish it up. All right, so gonna go ahead and do that. And I don't think there's any more mowing that I'm gonna do, but I'm probably gonna hang on to this thing because it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's fold it up. Go ahead and turn it off. They can just chill out right there. Now I gotta get back up and finish the rest of the corn harvest before I figure out exactly what else I need to do here on the farm. Yeah, this upgrade to this truck definitely gonna pay off, guys. This thing gets up and moves, and you can also see that it holds a ton of product. I've got a little bit over 77,000 liters in this thing right now. We're about 39% done with the harvesting of the contract. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shortcut right here over to that train silo. And I love how this map has the fog on it early in the morning. I mean, realistically, I probably wouldn't be harvesting at 9 o'clock in the morning, but I mean, it's a game mechanic, so we're doing what we got to do. That way I can make sure that I've got plenty of time. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have noticed that I'm no longer running at 5 or 3 times speed. That's because, guys, that's rough. It's really rough to get everything done in a good quality light setting. So I've just kicked it down to 0, and I'm gonna get, or 0.5, get everything done that I want that day, and then we're gonna move on to the next day. That's the way that this is gonna keep going. I'm gonna go and unload here. Oh, that's the grain door. I don't want the grain door. All right, so I switched it from the grain door to this thing. I don't think it's very much faster. What does that actually say? Here, let's stop overloading. This is a very interesting mod because you've got a regular grain door, then you've got the thing here in the back, tip side back, tip side grain door. All right, that's the only 2 options. So it's not a full width all the way across, but let's see if it goes any faster. I mean, it's not going super slow. It's all right. I mean, I really like this mod a lot. It's got a lot of power. It's got a good capacity. It worked with 82 studios on this thing to be able to make these capacities a lot more increased, and not the standard 82 studios capacities, but still increased. I mean, this thing has over 100,000 liters. Base on this thing without the unrealistic, I believe, is only like 20 or 21. So pretty good, about 5 times as much, and less trips that I got to make. I mean, especially with the small harvester capacity, this really helps out. So I'm not making a ton of trips there and a ton of trips over here to deliver. I just got done unloading the harvester here, and I realized that I never actually put down one of the buildings that come with the precision farming pack. Yeah, I'm thinking this right here looks pretty good because it's 17,500 bucks normally. So I got $38 worth of terraforming happening. I'm just going to place the thing right here. All right, cool. So now I got the building up there, and it should allow my worker to be a little bit more efficient in all of the jobs that they do. Another thing that I really need to get done in this fall is go ahead and put down a little bit of nitrogen here on the field. As you can see, it says that it has 0 out of 120 possible. So we're gonna go ahead and throw some here. I got the nice Isaria proactive here. It's got these sensors out here on the edge. This is really gonna be able to help make this thing really work. I thought about getting them for the tractor, but this tractor, I can't get the sensors up on the mirrors, so I had to lease this thing right here. Now, I'm not sure exactly how far this thing is going to go, but what I need to do is go ahead and actually turn this thing on. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lower the crop sensor, and then I actually need to turn on the crop sensor, I do believe, if there is a way to do that. Turn on crop sensor. There we go. Square. So now that thing is turned on. All right, I can actually go ahead and raise it up too. Don't think that matters. And I'm going to go ahead now and turn on the fertilizer spreader. As you can see, it's going ahead and doing its thing back there. But as I start going over the crop here, it should start giving me a little bit better of a reading. Now, it's not necessarily throwing it out that far and just going like willy-nilly. It should be only putting down exactly how much I need based on what soil type I'm in and what crop is here in soil type. Now, another reason I'm doing this now instead of a little bit later is because I don't have any tractors with the narrow tires. So I'm having to do this here with the tractor that I've got the way it is. So I don't want to destroy any of the crop. And you can see down there in the bottom that I am getting a really good nitrogen reading there on the map now. Now, part of the field is in a yellow, but that's because that's the soil type. And for this crop, it doesn't need a lot of nitrogen. It won't take it. So it's unfortunately not going to make it the same color green all the way throughout. I'm going to go ahead and fill up right here with the rest of the bag that we've got of the fertilizer. I think it's probably going to take the rest of it. Yep. So I've only got 1128 now. That means I'm going to be a little bit more careful about exactly where I start and stop at. because I really want this other field over here to get all of the nitrogen. And if this field doesn't get it in the bad soil, I'm not too worried about it. I mean, and this is going to increase my yield by quite a bit. But if it doesn't end up getting it on the bad soil, I'm not super upset about it. All right, field number 1 or 3, 2, I don't know. Whatever field number this is, it is done. And I'm going to go ahead and start over here. Now, I know that my soil type actually runs here along this road. So if I take a look here at this and I come down here, you can see that this is the primary part of the field that I really care about. And then I'm going to start going up and down this way. I mean, because I could probably get the outsides if I just run along it with this spreader if I have to wait till a little bit later because I don't want to spend any money on fertilizer right now. I mean, I've got 333 liters in here right now. I'm going to try and jump over here as far as I can and just see exactly what I can get. I'm looking at my map down there. I think I'm probably about in the right spot. I mean, there may be a little bit of a strip if I had to come back at a later time, or I could just go buy another bag. I don't know. I mean, I've got 125 in here left right now. This is probably going to get me down here to the end. Should I? Shouldn't I? And I don't need any more fertilizer until next year. Wish I only had a way to get like 300 or 400 liters. All right, so I went ahead and got another 1,000 liters. I did a little trick here using F12, but I took out the money as well, $1,820. I went ahead and just got another 1,000 liters here of the fertilizer. Hopefully that's going to be enough to get me all the way done with this field. I mean, because that's only right? It would cost me, that's how much it would come in a bag. So yeah, I mean, I feel like that's fair. And it's an option that I have here on PC. All right, so I got everything done here. I've got about 500 liters left. I'm going to go ahead and throw this spreader here under the canopy that we've got. And then I'm going to really start focusing on that other contract that I've got, the corn contract. I went to just go return this, and apparently I bought it. I didn't lease it. I own this thing now. I mean, it's going to come in handy. Another job that I could do here today is go ahead and keep filling up all of these greenhouses. I got lots of trips I need to make because this thing is only 2,000 liters at a time. I got 4 greenhouses, but as you can see, they're starting to produce a little bit. I've got some pumpkins down here. I've got some strawberries. I've got some tomatoes. Just need some lettuce now. Y'all, I have absolutely no idea how it happened, but we have exactly 101,750 liters in this thing right now. I might have like less than 10 liters over in the harvester. I don't know. I saw it going down and I was here and yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy how close we got here. What we're doing though is taking this product here, the corn, over to the ranch. That's where it's going to be dropped off at. And then I'm going to be going and picking up the rest of it that I've got over there in the train silo and delivering that as well. We get our total, see exactly how much we get to keep and how much we can make money on here this winter. Yeah, this is actually quite a bit easier getting up this hill here. I mean, no problem at all, going 34 miles an hour. Pull right here. Like I said, this is where all of this is going to be going to. So as long as I don't see my money going up, I know I'm in the right spot. And I am. And I should have 1 3/4 of these roughly that I need to deliver. All right, it looks like 57% transported here for this commission. Here is the last little bit. I had about 85,000 liters in there. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing down to about 60,000, maybe 70,000. Then check and see exactly where this contract's at. So let's stop at 70. 66%. All right, I still got a ways to go. I'm probably going to be able to get down to about 20% left, and then that should be about where I need to be at for the contract. All right, there we go. We have 22,000 liters left. Basically, I got $49,000 in the bank. It's time to go ahead and complete that contract. Let's go and do that right here. Another 24,614 completed. Perfect. I don't think I want to take on this one. Sugar beets is going to be excruciatingly long unless I've got a Colossus mod right now. I don't have those loaded in here, and I'm not going to do any more baling. So I've got $66,000, and that's not bad. Not bad at all. I don't really have anything else to harvest. I mean, is there anything else available on the map at all to harvest other than some, regular root crops? 21 is, corn. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now. So yeah, root crops are it. I'm not touching those either. The last thing I need to do before going to sleep for the month is putting down a little bit of herbicide. I don't know exactly if I need to do that. The precision score says that I should. but I don't have any equipment right now. I'd have to buy some, and I don't really want to take out a loan for it. So I might just wait until springtime, maybe. I mean, I can't use other equipment that I'm using for a contract, so I may just have to actually break down and buy a sprayer. You might be wondering what happened to my sheep, and they got small. Yeah, I've actually got baby sheep now because I downloaded the enhanced animals mod because I really want to use the lizard calf huts, and we're gonna go ahead and put them right here. So these things are pretty cheap, and if you spend 1,500 bucks on them, you actually get to have 5 of your cows in here, and I think that's gonna be an absolutely perfect way for me to kind of get started having some cows in here, and then we're going to go ahead and transition over at a later time, move them into the big building, and then we'll keep bringing all of the brand new babies over into here so that I'm not having to worry about keeping that thing full and all their food and everything going, to the big cows instead of the little ones. So I'm going to go ahead and just start right here. I'm going to go ahead and put down probably close to, I think I'm going to put down like 6 of them because that's going to give me like 30 of them, and I'm going to try and keep it lined up so I can get in there, get working through with all of the stuff that I need to get through, all the equipment and everything. And I think probably right here is going to work pretty good. Oh, I was off by a little bit. You know what? I'll take care of that. It's going to be fine. Now, the important thing is to get them kind of lined up so that when I'm coming around here, I can actually get through here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go, I think that, yeah, I'm going to paint that a little bit right there in the middle. So go. And then this one is going to go right. Yeah, let's go right there. All right, perfect. So now I've got those. Let's come over here to my landscaping and get a little bit of paint. I'm going to go ahead and do some concrete work here in the middle, just so it all looks nice and pretty. Yeah, so now I've got a place to actually put 30 of my baby cows. I'm going to go ahead and get some Holsteins here. The calf female, these things are 0 months old, brand new little baby cows. We're going to get 6 because that's all that's going to fit here in my trailer. 1,200 bucks. All right, yep, absolutely no problem. All right, there they are, little bitty babies, and let's go ahead and take them back over and put them in their brand new pens. All right, this is gonna be pretty simple. All I'm gonna do is select the cows, move over 5 of them, move to the husbandry, boom, there we go. And look at that, they're sitting right there. That is absolutely perfect. All right, gonna go get this last one right here too. It's gonna be by itself, but not for very long. All right, 30 brand new baby calves here in these husbandries. Now I gotta get some water. It's a good thing I got that water tanker over there because I'm gonna need a lot of it for these guys. All right, let's see how much water they're gonna take here. So I've got 2,000 liters here in this tank. Oh, they didn't take very much at all. That was what, 400? Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be able to make like 2 trips here and have plenty enough. Oh, maybe. Okay, there we go. It's kind of finicky. It's kind of finicky. All right, I got it. I got it. All right, so yeah, it's only taking 400 at a time. Man, this is hardly anything at all. So I will definitely be able to do all of this quickly. I mean, it's gonna be like an every single day type of thing, more than likely. I'll have to come up here at least every month. So maybe every other day because I got it on 2-day months right now. Is it not? Oh, there it is. It's way here in the back. I'm gonna go and use this mixer right here because I should be able to put the straw in here and it not um want to mix it, right? So if I put everything in here and then I should be able to go over there and actually unload off into the husbandry without actually having to make any TMR. So I know I should be able to put 600 liters into each one. I went ahead and just pulled out 25 bales just in case. So there's like number 4. Here's number 5, and then number 6. And we're gonna start with this and see exactly how much this gives me, as far as the capacity that is filled. And yes, I absolutely can. And it looks like it's already started to do it without me really needing to do much else. So I can see right there that was what, 30 or 6 times 6, so 3,600 liters. So it did pretty good. I'm just gonna be able to keep going here and absolutely taking care of every single one of these. Now, it looks like one of my bales in there didn't actually do anything. That's interesting too. Maybe I need to put it in a different spot. Huh. See how safe this is going to be getting up in here. There we go. That took care of it. It looks like each husbandry is 1,800 liters. So I was able to fill up almost 2.5 with this. So maybe about 8 on the next one, maybe 9, something like that. All right, one last bale to fill up this husbandry right here. Go ahead and hop in and boom, there we go. Now, if I come over here and look at this, yeah, they're pretty close. I mean, I could get another 127 in there, but that's I don't think I need that much. Now I've got straw and I've got water. They need a little bit of food. Now, I know I should probably be using regular grass instead of hay here, but I've got plenty of hay laying around, so that's what we're going to be doing. So go ahead, come over here. Is it going to work? Ooh, it made... Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, it's working. It's out the back. All right, perfect. So no idea how much actually went in there, but I think we're going to be able to hit most of these pretty well. Maybe. It's kind of finicky. Once again, it's a finicky mod, but we're going to get it to work. All right, it should have enough in here now to go ahead and finish off the food requirements for each of these pins. So there's number 1 right there, and the next one should be pretty close, but I mean, like pretty close to empty. So this should take just about every single bit of it. If it doesn't, we're gonna backup plan. All right, 238 liters. Backup plan is to take it over here to the sheep because they need some now too. All right, here we go, dumping off of this hay for the sheep because I'm gonna need a little bit more of that. You see, whenever they went to this enhanced animal system, they use a little bit more ish kind of food in general. I mean, not so much when they're little right now, but like they are going to use a lot more food as they get older. And that's another really good reason why I've got these separated off into the babies over there. And then once they get mature enough, they'll come over here, make some babies, and then we'll take those babies back over there. All right, so I got them all taken care of. They're fed, they've got straw, they've got water. These guys over here have plenty of food. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put in a little bit of a racking system right here by this building. Now, when I come down here to my construction, it's going to be underneath my silos and then come across here. I'm just going to put in this small one right here because that is going to be one that it holds 18 pieces and I shouldn't need more than that. I just kind of thinking, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and get a small one. That way we are good to go. I'm just going to go ahead and put it right here because that's kind of where I had everything to begin with, and then all I got to do is come up here and I should be able to drop these and we'd be good to go. So if I turn off that, do that. No, how do I drop them? Drop it. All right, that and back up and that. No. Oh, there we go. It's working. I don't know how to get that one down though. Oh, perfect. Okay, so now all I gotta do is just get the rest of the stuff, bring it over here, load it in there, and we are gonna be good to go. Perfect. All right, let's get all this lime. Can I get all of it at once? No, just a couple. But it's gotta go right here in this red section, and then we'll be good to go. So 1 and 2, perfect. All right, I mean that definitely makes it a lot easier. And when I get them out, they're probably gonna be full. Big bags, just in case there was like any of these over here that were like partials because of the way that it was working. And yeah, so I got 4 pallets in there now of that. We go ahead and get number 5 right here. I think I maybe have some seeds floating around somewhere too, and then we will be good to go. I mean, I know I've got a little bit more lime over there in that. Not gonna empty it out though, it's just gonna stay in there all winter long. All right, there we go. So now when I walk up to it, I'm going to be able to see that I have lots of lime that were not full pallets. So that makes me feel a little bit better about how much we used. I got the big bags here. Got perfect fertilizer. I mean, this whole thing, 18 pieces. I'm probably never going to fill it, but it is nice to have it just to be able to keep things out of the way. Well, it's now November 2nd, and I literally don't have anything to do except watering the cows. That's it. So I'm thinking I need to get some type of automatic watering distributor up there because I don't want to have to do this after like 16 hours. I figured out what I'm going to do to keep me busy here in November. We're going to go ahead and start selling some equipment. I found a really good deal in the used section of the store. We're going to go ahead and go up there and take care of that. I'm going to be getting rid of this seeder. I'm going to be getting rid of the cultivator, and possibly I'm going to be getting rid of that tractor right there as well. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Yep, that's it. I've decided to go and get rid of all 3 pieces of equipment. Well, the 2 pieces of equipment and the 1 tractor right here. So after repairing and repainting everything, I'm down to like $1,185. Let's go ahead and sell these things fast before I run out of money. So how much are we going to have now? I've got $133,000. That's great. That's exactly a lot more than what I need. And to replace that cedar, I'm going to go and get this multi-fruit planter right here by Chris S. and Riley S. As you can see, it's only $32,000. It's a 56% off right now. It's absolutely phenomenal price. I'm going to go and get this thing as a standard planter right now because I know there's an update coming out that's going to fix the AI issue. So I'm not going to worry about that extra 5% in my yield right now. I've already got a mulcher and I'm not really doing any rolling. Now, as far as everything else on this, I'm going to go ahead and leave it alone. I like the Kinsey look here. I'm going to go ahead and stick with the base capacity on this. If I get to the point where I need it later, I can absolutely add that there at my house. I didn't realize how big it is. Now, this thing does require a little bit more horsepower than what my tractor has right here. So I'm hoping to be able to sell off some of these goods over the wintertime and then be able to upgrade the tractor or buy a whole other tractor and then I still have two. Yeah, this thing is massive. It barely fits underneath the shed right here. Guys, it is 8:50 in the morning here on November 2nd, and the silage isn't ready yet, so it's time to go inside and sleep for a little bit. Silage is now ready, so I'm going to go and unwrap it. We're going to grab the bale trailer and then go ahead and start selling this, I think, because the price is actually not that bad. And just in case something comes up at the store, I want to be able to have some money. All right, here are the first 22 going in. And that means I've only got 11 more. Apparently, I can't do math. That's only 9 more. 9 plus 22 is 31. By adding these bales in here, now I've got 59 total bales in here that I'm going to be able to sell off because the cows are not actually going to need any of the silage. I mean, they're little bitty babies right now. They don't need that TMR. They're going to be okay on the hay. Now, I thought I was getting pretty slick by putting in one of these right here, the automatic waterers here for the animal husbandries. But the problem is it's not actually bringing any water over here, not even to this one right here that is right next to it. Interesting thing, though, is that all of these guys now have tons of water because, yeah, I decided I was going to put another one right here as well. Now, these things cost me $5,000 each. That's $10,000 and it's not keeping this full. So I'm going to go spend like another 10K and I'm going to go ahead and use this right here. This is the Lizard MJ with the 82 Studios 2020, the TLX 2020 tanker here on the back. These two mods work absolutely perfectly together. A little bit of a rubbing issue going on here in the back, but I'm not too worried about that. So this thing is 5,000 liters. So I should be able to pull up here now and not have to worry about making tons and tons of trips. I mean, it's very, very unfortunate that this is even working like this because that automatic waterer over there should do this without me having to come and do this chore every single day. But I'm here, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. And we're going to go ahead and fill up all 6 of these. That is what is needed, and then probably I could wait on food for like another month. Well, it's 9:45 and none of the sell prices are any good, so I'm gonna go ahead and sleep again for another day here. Hopefully the second half of the month is a little bit better on the prices of the silage. Yep, I was right. So we're gonna go ahead and load up all of these bigger bales right here. Should be able to get 14 of them on here. That means I gotta make 2 trips. All right, I'm pulling up right now. Let's go ahead and see exactly how much this 14 bales makes for us. Right, and this is gonna be pretty good. $37,000. All right, that's not bad. I mean, I should be able to get a new tractor for that. How much are we gonna make here on in the next set of 9? Go ahead and unload them right here. All right, $24,000. That means I made $59,000 on that. All right, I still got a lot of bales. Load number 3 is going to be 22. Oh, I didn't have enough. 22 for 6, 7, almost $28,000. Holy cow, that is a really, really good day for those bales right there. Because we are making a ton. I still got 2 more trips. Load number 4, 11,500. Guys, we are going to be close to that $100,000 mark here. And with this last load of bales right here, I am sitting at about $110,000 in bales sold. That is definitely going to be able to give me a tractor. I know I said earlier that at like 129 I could buy a tractor. I saw one in the store. I don't know if it's still available. I went back and looked at the store. Apparently, I've slept through too much time. It is now gone. I didn't have the money then. So this is why I need a really, really big bank account so that I can actually get these things whenever I need them, because it was a really, really nice piece of equipment. What I'm doing now is going ahead and filling up this bad boy right here. Try and put all of these bales in here, take them over here, and give all of our cows a little bit of straw. They're running out. They really only have like 50 liters or something like that left to straw. So definitely need to take care of them and get them over here and get them taken care of. I really don't know exactly how much is in here, but we're just going to go ahead and start filling this thing up. And if it doesn't work out and I've got too much, then I'll just come back and unload it somewhere. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it at, but I'll put it somewhere, maybe go sell it, something like that. I mean, I'm probably going to end up using just about every bit of the straw, and I'm going to have to figure out a way to harvest some more straw early in the year. That way I can make sure that I've got enough for my cows over here. I know it only says 93.50 down there at the bottom, but I believe I've got like 18 bales in here. So as this thing goes down, it's probably going to start showing me that there's a lot more, and they don't need that much food, do they? Oh man, I got a lot of food in here. I guess the sheep are gonna get some food. I don't know. We'll see. This thing is being contrary right now. I need to find a better one because this thing is definitely being a little bit finicky, and I honestly have no idea how much food is in here. The rest of this is gonna go to the sheep if there is any left. 16%, perfect. All right, time to feed the little sheeples. The last job of today is going to be go ahead and use this tank truck again to fill up all of these water containers. Guys, I have literally no idea why I cannot get this thing to autofill, but not. I have to do this job every single day. This is making me really regret getting these little huts right here. So there's nothing else to do, and I'm not really going to make a whole bunch of money here in December, so I'm going to go ahead and sleep till January. And this grind of feeding and watering these things every single day is getting a little bit tiring, and I got to figure out a better way to get them in an area that holds a little bit more food. Well, that's going to be it for today, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like if you would. Make sure to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications to keep up to date on my future videos. While you're waiting on those future videos, go and check out one of these two right here. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver53 signing off.